In a kingdom in the Yoruba land, a grand palace stood as a testament to the power and prosperity of King Olumide's reign. Amidst the splendor and opulence, Princess Kike found herself ensnared by the duties of royalty and the weight of her impending marriage to Prince Olabisi, whom she had been betrothed to for many years. The palace bustled with preparations for the royal wedding. Servants hurried about, arranging flowers, setting the tables for the grand feast. In her chamber, Kike stood by the window, gazing out at the distant horizon. Kike was stunning. She was a vision of grace and beauty. Her skin was smooth and dark, and she had beautiful, soulful eyes. She was every bit the princess her parents had raised her to be. Yet, beneath the surface, she longed for freedom and true love.
Kike, my dear, you must prepare for the day. Prince Olabisi will arrive soon, and we must make a good impression.
Yes, ma, I'll be ready.
As Kike dressed for the day, her mind drifted to the village beyond the palace walls, where she would often visit in secret, yearning for a taste of the ordinary life she could never have. Kike, the only child of King Olumide and Queen Ireti, had been groomed from a young age to embody the virtues of a perfect princess. Her upbringing was strict and disciplined, instilling in her a sense of duty and responsibility. Despite her luxurious life, she felt the weight of the crown pressing down on her. She yearned for freedom and genuine human connection. Kike genuinely cared for her people and often sought ways to improve their lives, but she also had a strong desire to learn about the world beyond the palace walls. On one of her secret visits to the neighboring village, Kike's life took an unexpected turn. She was disguised in simple clothes and she roamed the bustling market, relishing the freedom of anonymity.
Oh, it feels so good to be just another face in the crowd, if only for a while.
The market was alive with the sights and sounds of commerce. Vendors called out their wares, children laughed, and the aroma of freshly cooked food filled the air. As she wandered, a sudden commotion caught her attention. A cart filled with plum tomatoes had overturned, and its contents were scattered across the ground. Amidst the chaos, a young man was helping to right the cart and gather the tomatoes.
Oshiati, always there's a lend a hand.
Go talk, Bema. We must help each other, Abby.
Kike's eyes met Ade's, and in that moment, she felt a connection she had never experienced before. Ade, with his rugged good looks and easy charm, seemed to embody the freedom she craved.
Excuse me, please. Who is that man?
That's Ade, the farmer's son. He's always been a kind soul, helping out wherever he can.
Intrigued, Kike found herself drawn to Ade, seeking ways to learn more about him and his life. Ade, the son of a poor farmer, had always been aware of the divide between rich and poor. He dreamed of a life where he was no longer bound by his humble beginnings. Over the next few weeks, Kike and Ade's paths crossed frequently. Each encounter deepened the bond between them, and soon they began to meet in secret, away from prying eyes.
Ade, I feel so free when I'm with you. You make me forget all the burdens of my real life.
Kike, you're more than just a princess to me. You're such a kind soul, trapped in a world of duty. I want to be the one to help you find your true self.
As their relationship blossomed, Kike found herself falling deeply in love with Ade. His presence was a balm to her weary soul, and his words a beacon of hope in her constrained life. She shared her fears, her dreams, and the loneliness she felt within the palace walls. Ade listened intently. His eyes were filled with understanding and compassion.
Kike, your beauty is unmatched. I love you more than words can say. I can't imagine my life without you.
Kike's heart swelled with happiness, believing she had found her true love. Back in the palace, preparations for Kike's wedding to Prince Olabisi continued in full swing. The weight of her duty bore heavily on her, making the secret meetings with Ade all the more precious.
Kike, you must understand the importance of this union. Oh. Our alliance with Prince Olabisi's kingdom will bring prosperity and peace to our people.
Otiyemi, Daddy. But I just wish there was a way to follow my heart as well.
Kike, Iwomodi. Love can grow in time. Just trust that we're making the best decision for you and for the kingdom.
Kike was torn between her love for Ade and her duty to her family. Her heart yearned for the freedom, but her loyalty to her family kept her bound to her obligations. Kike often sought solace in the company of her maid, Shade, who had been her confidant since childhood. Shade's presence was a comfort in these trying times.
Shade, sometimes I wish I could just run away and live a simple life, free from all these expectations.
My princess, your heart is kind and pure. I believe you'll find a way to balance your duty and your desires.
Shade's words gave Kike strength, but Kike couldn't shake the burden of the secret love for Ade. One fateful day, during one of our visits to the village, Kike overheard a conversation that planted the first seed of doubt about Ade.
Did you hear about Ade? I saw him with those things again last night.
Ade? No, he's always been so helpful. Are you sure?
I'm sure, Joe. There's something off about him. I wouldn't trust him as far as I could glue him.
Kike's heart sank. Could it be true? Could the man she loved be involved with criminals? Her mind swelled with confusion and fear. Determined to uncover the truth, Kike began to investigate Ade's past discreetly. She spoke to villagers who knew him and started to piece together the fragments of his history.
Ade has always been a very, very helpful boy. In fact, he helped me with some tomatoes the other day. But he's had his fair share of troubles. His father was a good man, but after he died, Ade had to think for himself. It wasn't always this way. His family used to be very prosperous until King Olumide's decree took away their land.
I know him well. He's smart, but too smart. He has a way of getting what he wants and not always in the honest way.
Kike was taken aback by the revelation. Her father's decree had inadvertently caused Ade's family to fall into poverty. The more she learned, the more her doubts grew. She confronted Ade with her findings, hoping to hear an explanation that would put her fears to rest.
Ade, I've heard things. The things that make me question who you really are. People say you've been involved with thieves. Is that true?
Kike, my love, those are just rumors spread by people who envy me. I've had to do things to survive, but I've never been involved with criminals. You have to believe me.
Ade's words were very convincing. Although Kike couldn't shake the feeling that something was off, her love for him was so strong that she believed him. Kike had reached a point where she was overwhelmed by her conflicting emotions. She planned to elope with Ade before Prince Olabisi arrived for the wedding. On the day of their planned escape, Ade went to fetch some water. As Kike was helping Ade pack, she discovered a folded letter tucked away in a hidden compartment in his drawer. The letter was written in a hurried hand, and as she opened the letter, her heart completely sunk.
My dearest Eniola, our plan is coming together perfectly. I've gotten her to fall in love with me, and soon we'll have access to the palace and all its riches. The life we've dreamt of is within our grasp. I love you more than words can express. I miss you every day. My love, I can't wait until we can be together openly.
Kike's hands trembled as she read the words: betrayal, manipulation, deceit. The man she thought she loved was using her as a pawn in a scheme to escape poverty and gain power, all while expressing his undying love for another woman. Heartbroken and furious, Kike decided to confront Ade one last time. She needed to hear the truth from his own lips, even if it shattered her heart completely.
Ade, I found the letter. How could you do this to me? How could you betray me like this?
Kike, I don't know what you're talking about. Though. What letter?
This letter, Ade, the one you wrote to Inala.
Kike, I swear, I don't know how that letter got there. Someone must be trying to free me. You have to believe me.
Stop lying, Ade. He used me. He played with my emotions, my trust and my love. Was any of it real? And Inala, I'd even with all along.
All right, Kike. It's all true. But it was Eniola's idea. She came up with the plan. Eniola is cunning and ambitious. She grew up in the same village as me, facing the same hardships as me. Her father was a respected elder. Until he spoke out against the royal decree, they lost everything just like we did.
Eniola, a woman of sharp intellect and fierce determination, had always been a force to be reckoned with. She harbored deep resentment towards the royal family for the suffering they caused her family.
When I told Eniola about you, she convinced me that this was the only way to change our fate. She said if I could win your heart, we would gain access to the palace and its riches. She's always been the one with the plans, the schemes. I just went along with it because I was desperate. But Kike, I did care about you. I do care about you.
Kike was furious. She had been a pawn in Ade's game. She had been manipulated, but her love had been real. Tears streamed down her face as she turned away from him.
Goodbye, Ade. I hope you find what you're looking for, but it won't be with me.
With her heart shattered but her spirit unbroken, Kike returned to the palace. She confided in her parents, revealing the truth about Ade and her realization of the importance of her duty. King Olumide ordered Ade's arrest and he was banished from the kingdom.
Daddy, Mommy, I understand now. My duty to our kingdom must come first. I will marry Prince Olabisi and fulfill my responsibilities as a princess.
Kike, you have shown great strength and wisdom. We are proud of you.
My dear, you have grown so much. Love can still find you, even in the most unexpected places.
Kike's relationship with Prince Olabisi, initially formal and distant, began to evolve. As they spent more time together, they discovered a shared dedication to their people and a mutual respect that blossomed into genuine affection. As the kingdom flourished, Kike's experience with Ade had taught her a valuable lesson about trust, love, and the complexities of human nature. As Kike and Prince Olabisi stood together, the sun setting behind them, they looked towards the future filled with hope and promise. Kike had found her path, not through the love she had dreamt of, but through the strength she had discovered within herself. Later that night, Kike sat alone in her chamber, her hand resting gently on her stomach. A wave of nausea had overtaken her. She realized that in the midst of the final preparations for the wedding, she had missed a monthly period. She had only ever been intimate with Ade once, in a moment of uncontrollable passion. She knew then that she had made a stupid mistake, but she convinced herself that she was not pregnant. Kike asked Shade, her loyal maid and confidant, to secretly arrange for someone to help confirm if she was pregnant. The possibility of her pregnancy weighed heavily on her mind, and she started thinking about the consequences of her actions. Yes, she had been betrayed, but she too had made a mistake that would change her life potentially forever. The next morning, Kike joined her parents and Prince Olabisi in the royal throne room. They were discussing the final preparations for the wedding when Shade entered the room, her face pale with important news. Kike's heart pounded in her chest as she met Shade's eyes. The room fell silent and all eyes turned to Shade, waiting for her to speak. From Kike's story, we learned that true strength comes from within and that the path to personal growth often involves overcoming betrayal and heartache. Kike's journey reminds us to remain true to ourselves and to rise above the trials that life presents. It teaches us that love can be blinding, but wisdom is profitable and can guide us through the darkest times. Ultimately, the story underscores the importance of self-discovery and integrity. If you enjoyed this story, please like, comment, and subscribe to our channel for more captivating African folklore tales. Share your thoughts and let us know what you think about Kike's journey. Until next time.